Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the son of a Kentucky politician will soon be heading over to Europe to give some assistance to Ukrainians. And a college employee here in eastern Kentucky prays for her hometown in Ukraine as updates continue to roll in.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 5:32 on Friday, March 4th. Let's go back over and check in with Brandon.
Weather at a word, Chas, chilly. It is chilly this morning out there, but we're going to see a very nice day a little bit later on and some sunshine. That's what it's all about. Let's take a look and see what's going on with those temperatures right now. 20s and 30s as we head out the door this morning. 27 in Irvin is our cold spot, and coincidentally are only 20 out there this morning. I think some other folks get pretty close there. And then close to 40, 39 in Jacksboro this morning. A lot of folks mid to upper 30s. Some folks in the Big Sandy and up toward the I-64 corridor in the low to mid 30s across the state and region. 45 in Nashville, 42 in Paducah, 30 in Lexington and Cincinnati, Charleston, West Virginia too, and the Tri-Cities also at 40. But your 12-hour planner, 7 o'clock. That's exactly today when sunrise is, 7 a.m. That's the earliest it's been in quite some time, and sunset at 6:30 in between. I think we see a sunny start, and then we'll see those clouds gradually increase this afternoon, but we're going to warm up quite a bit there. 65 our forecast. I could get a bit warmer in some spots. Jess?
Thanks, Brandon. Well, Kentucky lawmakers are working on ways to support Ukraine as the Russian invasion continues. And for one state senator, the ongoing crisis is personal. Senate President Robert Stivers' son, Robert Taylor, will soon be deployed to Eastern Europe. Stivers says his U.S. Marine son will help with humanitarian aid in and around the Ukrainian border, and that he supports helping Ukraine fight to be a free country. He says watching the images of the invasion get the worse as the hours go on does make him worry as a military parent, wondering how far President Vladimir Putin will go.
And so as a parent, you have that certain sense of pride without a doubt, but you have that certain sense of fear that goes along with it. And you can't help but think about it when you see these stories and watch the elevated status get greater and greater every day.
Senator Stivers said his son will be deployed in less than 10 days. And that he is keeping other military families in the United States facing the same circumstances in his thoughts. Many students and staff members at the University of Pikeville are counting the days until spring break. But one woman working in student success is counting the days until her home finds peace. WYMT's Betty Forbes shares how the U-Pike bear, born in Ukraine, is waiting out the war.
Daria Aguila has not seen her family in 6 years.
My family gave me everything to be safe, to be in peace, to have the life that they could never have.
After moving to the U.S. at 16 to attend Jackson State University on a tennis scholarship, she found her home in the States and has since moved to Pike County, where she works in student success at the University of Pikeville.
Pikeville is all about family.
But after a recent call from her family back home,
what happened? And she said, well, it's war.
The mountains seem further than ever from her people in Nova Kahovka.
I saw when the airports got ruined, destroyed, I realized that I won't be able to see my family and maybe my entire family alive.
As she gets updates from the war in Ukraine, holding her breath with every call or clip.
This is my biggest priority. I pray that every single time I call, they will answer.
But with her family in a safe and connected situation, she holds on to hope that peace is more powerful than the plight.
This situation is not breaking the spirit of Ukrainian people. It actually embraces who they truly are.
Stepping out in faith, believing she will see her family again.
Everybody can see that we are strong-minded people, and I'm proud of that.
As she is supported by the found family she created.
And that helps me to be stronger every day. It helps me to rise up every morning and just pray.
From Ukraine to U-Pike in Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Aguila says she has been in constant contact with her family and is grateful that they are safe for now. She's hopeful that peace will come soon and she will be able to see them again. Well, a Bowling Green business, Chuck's Wine and Spirits, is taking Russian vodka off its shelves. This is to show support for Ukraine. Owner Kurit Patel is still trying to find a solution to disposing of them. He says he is not worried about the removal of these products hurting his business. Patel even has signs in the store showing that other brands are not from Russia, so people know that they are not associated with them.
The bottom line is it was unprovoked attack on a country that was a democratic country, and people are happy there, and just dictator like Putin can do whatever they want. It's just not right.
Patel says there are other alternatives to choose from. The removal of these liquors will be enforced at all of his locations effective immediately. With Read Across America week wrapping up today, Kentucky State Police troopers have been flipping through some of their favorite books. Trooper Michael Coleman dropped by Mullins School yesterday, talking about his job and reading Dr. Seuss to a crowd of kindergartners. He says weeks like this are a great way for troopers to shine a light away from the blue lights and show the other ways the agency can serve.
Personally, it's one of my favorite weeks of the year, just because I really love getting into schools, interacting with the children, and kind of letting them see us in a different role or different light than what they may see us out on the road answering complaints or working regs.
Read Across America week wraps up in schools today, but Trooper Coleman says he's already looking forward to next year. The Poor Man's Harlan County Derby Eve Party, is back in Lexington, live and in person, after 2 years hiatus due to COVID restrictions. After 48 years of celebrating the best of Kentucky, party organizer Bill Morgan Jr. is excited to be back, but he is also happy to raise money for an Eastern Kentucky cause that is close to his heart, Christ Episcopal Church in Harlan County.
You got to stay humble. If you don't stay humble and you get, too high and mighty, when God goes to cut you, it's a long way to fall. I'd rather stay humble.
The Morgans say their Derby Eve party has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars through the years for the Red Cross, March of Dimes, and fallen Lexington police officer Brian Durman. Perry County Central High School is losing one of its stars. WYMT's Keaton Hall spoke with Philip Neese, the theater director at the school, about his next big role.
Philip Neese is retiring after 20 years as the director for the Perry County Central High School Theater. But the beat goes on for Neese, whose next leading role will be with the Kentucky Theater Association.
The opportunity for the board to choose me as their president for the next 3 is extremely cool, a little bit humbling, and very overwhelming.
The KTA seeks to make theater programs across the Commonwealth more accessible.
But now I get to fully do that more across the state and go to some underdeveloped areas that don't have a lot of theater around our state and try to get more students involved that way. And that's the big goal of why I wanted to be the president of the KTA in the first place.
Neese is a natural fit for the role. A major part of the KTA is a yearly high school theater festival, something that was built upon a regional competition Neese started with his students 15 years ago.
Very much be like it's a Sweet 16 basketball tournament, except the theater version. And it's a wonderful experience that every single one of the kids here at Perry Central has enjoyed.
Neese's students Macy Moore and Olivia Calhoun say for them the KTA is about more than the competition.
It's really like the experience to not only show what all we have worked on for the past year or so, and perform, but also to see what everyone else does and meet other people from other schools.
But for Neese, the KTA is about bringing the stage to those who need it most.
Involved in the Kentucky Theater Association festival formats, which is extremely beneficial. It has changed the lives of a lot of the kids that have gone to these festivals.
Changing lives and lines. In Perry County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Neese says he looks forward to filling in as a substitute teacher at Perry Central next year when he's not working on KTA duties. Well, one nonprofit animal rescue in Pike County has seen some new additions. 3 Mile Creek Farms in the Dorton community of Pike County rescues abused or unwanted farm animals. Recently, many new additions, cold weather, and the climbing costs of feed has made it more difficult for the farm to operate. But the generosity of the community ensured the animals were taken care of.
Like, there's very seldom a day goes by that we don't get something for these animals. People are amazing helping us take care of them because we couldn't do it without the public. My wife and I, there would be no way we could do it without all the help from the community and surrounding communities.
The farm hosts events to help with feed and vet bills for the animals and also has an Easter egg hunt scheduled for April 16th. Just ahead this morning, a rare playing card sells for a record amount of money while at auction. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
Rain chances return by the end of the weekend. We could see a couple of pretty nice days before we get to them. I'll have all those details in about 3 minutes.